Welcome back for another deep dive with us. We're going to be talking about the Customer Master today.
Ooh.
Sounds a little dry, maybe?
It does.
But it's actually super interesting and something that I think everyone can benefit from understanding a little bit better.
Yeah.
So to kind of set the stage,
Okay.
imagine you have all of your customer information in one place.
Yes.
Like all of it,
Yeah.
not in different spreadsheets,
Right.
not with different people in your company having different information,
Yeah.
all in one spot.
That's the dream.
That is the Customer Master.
That's the Customer Master.
So that's what we're going to be digging into today.
Perfect.
And we have some great sources to kind of guide our deep dive.
We do.
We have a couple of really good articles about best practices for managing customers. We have a really cool article about all the fields that you should include in your Customer Master database.
Love that.
And then we also have some insights from SAP,
Oh.
the software giant,
The big guys.
about how to effectively manage what they call master data.
Uh-huh.
So let's jump right in.
Awesome.
Our first source really emphasizes this idea of customer satisfaction,
Yeah.
which seems pretty straightforward,
Right.
but I think it's easy to overlook how important that really is.
Right.
So why is customer satisfaction so crucial to a business's success?
Well, happy customers are good for business, but think about it this way.
Okay.
When a customer is satisfied with your product or your service or whatever, they're more likely to come back and buy more.
Right. So repeat business.
Exactly. And they're less likely to jump ship to a competitor.
Yeah, like they're not going to go looking around
Exactly.
if they're already happy with what they're getting.
Yeah. And the best part is they're more likely to recommend you to their friends and family.
Word of mouth.
Yes. Word of mouth is powerful.
Yeah.
And it's free advertising.
Exactly. Free advertising.
Yes, you can't beat that.
I love it. So happy customers equal more sales, lower churn, and free advertising.
You got it.
All right, I'm sold. What else did you find in these articles?
Well, this source talks about lead management,
Okay.
which is all about converting potential customers into paying ones.
So getting people in the door, basically.
Yeah, getting people in the door and then making sure that they actually buy something.
Right, okay.
And it really emphasizes the importance of understanding customer behavior
Okay.
to guide this process.
So it's not just about attracting people, it's about understanding what makes them tick.
Exactly. It's about understanding how they make decisions, what they're looking for, and then using that information to create a sales process that actually works.
So you're saying it's more than just like a marketing campaign.
Yes, it's about aligning your sales strategy with what your customers actually want and need.
Got it. So understanding the customer is key.
Absolutely.
Which kind of brings us to this next element,
Okay.
analytics.
Analytics is all about the data.
So using data to understand customer behavior.
Yes. Patterns, preferences, and what's actually working and what's not working.
And this is where having that organized customer master becomes really powerful, isn't it?
Absolutely, because if your data is all over the place, how are you going to analyze anything?
Right, it's just a big mess.
Exactly, but if it's all neatly organized in one place,
Yeah.
you can actually start to unlock some really valuable insights.
Okay, I'm with you. So let's talk about what goes into this customer master.
Yeah.
What kind of data are we talking about here?
Well, it starts with the basics, what we call general data.
Okay.
Things like names, contact info, unique IDs for each customer.
Right, so you know who you're talking to.
Exactly.
Then we have billing data.
Yes. All the juicy stuff.
All the information you need to actually, charge people money.
Yeah. Credit card details, bank accounts, preferred payment methods.
And then, of course, we have order data.
Of course.
Got to track those
This
things.
is where you track what your customers are buying, how much they're spending, and any special pricing agreements they might
You
have.
have all that good stuff.
And to make sure those orders actually get to the customer.
You need delivery data.
Delivery data.
Addresses, contact persons for shipping all that.
Exact.
But this seems pretty straightforward.
It does.
What's the big deal if there's a little typo in an address or something?
Well, think about it from the customer's perspective.
Oh.
They place an order, they're excited to get their product, and then boom, it never arrives because of a typo in the address.
Right, that's frustrating.
Super frustrating. Or imagine they get hit with an unexpected billing error.
Yeah, not good.
It erodes trust and can really damage your reputation.
And I imagine on the business side, inaccurate data can lead to some pretty bad decisions.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You might end up sending marketing materials to the wrong people or misjudging your inventory needs.
So how do we make sure our customer data is squeaky clean?
Well, our source from Stybo Systems outlines some best practices for achieving what they call data mastery.
Data mastery.
Data mastery.
That sounds intense.
It's all about getting a handle on your data and making sure it's working for you, not against you.
So what's step one?
Step one is establishing a single reliable source of truth for your customer data.
A single source of truth.
A single source of truth. They use the acronym SOT for this.
SOT.
Yeah, SOT.
I feel like I should be taking notes.
They probably should.
All right, so SOT, what is that?
It basically means having one central hub, one master database where all your customer information lives.
Okay, so no more conflicting data points, no more information silos across different departments.
Exactly. It's like that master contact list we all wish we had in our personal lives.
Right. No more duplicate entries, no more outdated information.
Exactly. Just one place to go for the most accurate and up-to-date information.
Okay, I like it. And once you have this SOT in place,
yes,
you need to implement what they call data governance processes.
Data governance.
Yeah, what is that?
Think of it like setting the ground rules for how data is collected, updated, and protected.
Okay, so it's like a data constitution.
A data constitution. I like that.
We, the people of this company, agree to treat our data with respect and integrity.
Exactly. It's about establishing clear guidelines and processes to ensure data quality and consistency over time.
And this includes empowering customers to manage their own data right.
Absolutely. Give them the ability to update their contact info preferences and even their marketing permissions.
So it not only takes some of the burden off your team,
right,
but it also builds trust with your customers because they feel like they have control over their information.
Exactly. And it also helps ensure the accuracy of the data since the customer is ultimately the best source of information about themselves.
That makes sense. The article also talks about evaluating and improving your data management processes regularly.
Right, because the world of customer data is constantly evolving.
So you got to stay on top of things.
You got to stay on top of things.
Yeah.
It's not a set it and forget it kind of thing.
So it's an ongoing process of refinement and optimization.
Exactly. You're always looking for ways to improve.
Okay, speaking of optimization.
Yeah.
I'm curious about the role of technology in all of this.
Ah, yes, technology.
There are tons of tools out there.
There are.
Designed to help manage customer data. But it can be overwhelming to know where to start.
It can be, but that's where things get really interesting.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
We're talking about CRM, software MDM solutions.
Wait, hold on. CRM, MDM, are those different things?
They are related but different.
Okay.
Think of CRM as being focused on managing interactions and communications with your customers.
Okay.
It's about tracking leads, nurturing relationships, and providing excellent customer service.
So it's very much outward facing.
Exactly.
It's about how you interact with your customers in the real world.
Yep.
What about MDM?
MDM is more behind the scenes. It's about ensuring the quality and consistency of your data across all your systems.
Okay.
It's about creating that single source of truth we talked about earlier, standardizing data formats, and cleaning up any inconsistencies.
So MDM lays the groundwork for good data.
Yes.
And then CRM uses that data to power those personalized interactions.
You got it.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. And these tools aren't just for big corporations anymore, are they?
Nope, not at all. There are solutions out there for businesses of all sizes, and many of them are cloud-based.
Oh, interesting. What are the benefits of using a cloud-based platform?
Well, for starters, you don't have to worry about maintaining expensive hardware or software. Everything is hosted online, which makes it more affordable and scalable.
And accessible from anywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a game changer for businesses with remote teams or multiple locations.
Right. Makes sense. Plus, I imagine cloud-based platforms often have built-in security features and automatic updates.
They do. So you're always working with the latest and greatest technology.
Okay, this is all great information, but before we get too deep into the tech side of things, I want to hear more about the benefits.
Okay.
What's the real payoff for businesses that invest in mastering their customer data?
That's a great question, and it's something we'll definitely explore more as we continue our deep dive.
Okay.
But to give you a sneak peek, the payoff can be huge.
All right, I like huge.
We're talking about increased customer retention, improved customer satisfaction, more effective marketing campaigns.
I'm liking all of this.
And ultimately, a healthier bottom line.
Okay, sold. Let's move on to our next source, which offers some great tips for improving customer management in the real world.
Let's do it. This source kicks things off with a really simple but important tip: set clear expectations from the start.
Okay, so like under-promise, over-deliver kind of thing.
Yeah, sort of. It's more about just being really upfront with your customers about what you can deliver, what your timelines are, and what they can expect from the relationship.
Because nothing's worse than unmet expectations.
Exactly. It can lead to disappointment, frustration, and ultimately erode trust.
And trust is everything.
It is. The article also talks about transparency.
Okay, so being open and honest, even when things go wrong.
Exactly. Customers appreciate it when businesses own up to their mistakes and communicate clearly about what's happening. It shows that you respect them and value their business.
So transparency builds trust, and trust builds strong relationships.
Exactly. It's a simple formula, but it works.
I like it. This source also talks about rewarding loyal customers.
Oh, yes. Definitely got to take care of those VIPs.
What are some effective ways to do that?
Well, it could be something as simple as a discount or a free gift with their next purchase.
Okay.
Or you could create a loyalty program with exclusive perks and rewards.
Right, love those.
Yeah, they can be really effective. It's all about making those loyal customers feel valued and appreciated.
And it's a lot cheaper to keep existing customers than to constantly be trying to find new ones.
Exactly. Customer retention is key.
Okay, now this next tip really resonated with me. Collect customer feedback and act on it.
Yes, so important.
It's not enough to just send out a survey and then do nothing with the results, right?
Right. You need to actually listen to what your customers are saying and use that feedback to improve your product, services, and overall customer experience.
It's like showing your customers that you actually care about what they think.
Exactly. It's about building that two-way communication and showing that you're committed to making things better.
Love it. One of the tips that stood out to me was about maintaining a positive attitude, even when you're dealing with challenging situations.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
How do you do that?
Well, it's about approaching every interaction with a can-do spirit and focusing on finding solutions, even when things get tough.
So it's not about pretending that problems don't exist. It's about handling them with grace and professionalism.
Exactly. It's about acknowledging the customer's concerns and demonstrating empathy while still working towards a resolution.
And sometimes it's about knowing when to apologize.
Yes. Owning up to your mistakes can be tough, but it goes a long way in building trust.
Absolutely. This source also talks about the benefits of automation.
Automation is a game changer.
But how can we use technology to streamline customer management without losing that personal touch?
That's a great question, and it's something a lot of businesses are grappling with. There are tons of ways to use automation to make your life easier without sacrificing that human connection.
Okay, let's.
For example, you can use it to automate tasks like sending invoices, scheduling appointments, or sending out personalized email campaigns.
So you're freeing up your team to focus on those high-value interactions that require a human touch.
Exactly. And you can still create those personalized touch points at scale. For example, you could set up an automated system to send birthday greetings to your customers or thank them for their recent purchase.
So it's about using technology strategically to enhance those human connections, not replace them.
Exactly. And that brings us back to one of the core principles of customer management, treating your customers as individuals, not just numbers.
And this is where having that detailed customer master really comes into play, right?
Absolutely. It allows you to go beyond the basic demographics and understand each customer's unique needs, preferences, and history with your company.
So you can tailor your interactions to create a truly personalized experience.
Exactly. That's the goal.
Now, this article also talks about successful customer management from a more strategic perspective. And they use this really interesting metaphor: context, feedback patterns, collaboration, and momentum.
I love that metaphor. It really captures the multifaceted nature of customer management.
So let's break it down. First up, context. What do they mean by that?
Context is all about understanding the customer's journey, from their initial awareness of your brand to their post-purchase experience.
So it's about seeing the world through their eyes.
Exactly. It's about knowing where they're coming from, what their goals are, and what challenges they're facing.
And that ties into the next element, feedback.
Yes. But it's not just about collecting feedback. It's about collecting the right kind of feedback.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
Well, this article talks about the importance of outside-in feedback. It's about understanding the customer's perspective and their overall experience.
So instead of asking, did our website load quickly enough?
Yeah.
You want to ask, how well did we help you achieve your goals?
Exactly. It's a much more customer-centric approach.
And when you start gathering this kind of feedback, you can start to identify patterns.
Exactly. That's where the insights start to emerge.
So you can see which products are resonating with customers, what their pain points are, and where you might need to make improvements.
Exactly. But to really make the most of these insights, you need collaboration.
So breaking down those silos between departments and making sure everyone is working together.
Exactly. Customer management isn't just the responsibility of the customer service team. It involves everyone in the organization, from marketing and sales to product development and finance.
Because customers don't experience your company in departments. They experience it as a whole.
Exactly. And when everyone is on the same page working towards the same goal of creating a positive customer experience, that's when the magic happens.
And finally, there's momentum.
Momentum keeps everything moving forward.
So it's about keeping that energy going.
Exactly. Customer management is an ongoing process, not a one-time project. It's about continuously evaluating, adapting, and improving.
It's about creating a culture of customer centricity that permeates every aspect of your business.
Exactly. And that's how you achieve sustainable growth and build a brand that customers love.
This has been incredibly insightful.
Glad to hear it.
But I'm curious, what's the one thing you think our listeners should take away from all of this?
I think the key takeaway is that customer management and building a customer master is about creating a win-win scenario.
A win-win?
Yes, it's about finding that sweet spot where your business goals and your customers' needs are aligned, where you're not just making a sale, but you're building a relationship that benefits both parties.
So it's about creating value for your customers, not just extracting value from them.
Exactly, because when your customers feel valued, when they feel understood, and when they feel like they're part of something bigger than just a transaction, that's when they become truly loyal advocates.
They're not just buying your product, they're buying into your brand, your values, and your vision.
Exactly. And that's the kind of loyalty that money can't buy.
So how can our listeners start putting all of this into practice?
Well, the first step is to take a good hard look at their current customer data. Where is it stored? How is it organized? Is it accurate and up to date?
So like a data audit.
Yeah, you could call it that.
Yeah.
And once they have a clear picture of their data landscape, they can start thinking about those best practices we discussed. Establishing that single source of truth, implementing data governance, empowering customers to manage their own data.
And they shouldn't be afraid to leverage technology to streamline those processes.
Absolutely. There are some amazing tools out there, and many of them are very affordable even for small businesses.
This article from SAP really highlights those benefits of using cloud-based platforms.
And the article from CV Open Academy provides some great insights into how software like SAP can be used to build and manage that customer master.
It's like a blueprint for creating that ultimate cheat sheet to customer success.
I love that cheat sheet to customer success.
This deep dive has really made me think differently about customer management. It's not just about sales or marketing. It's about building genuine relationships. It's about seeing the world through your customer's eyes and understanding their needs and motivations.
It's about human connection.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that every business, regardless of size or industry, should be thinking about. Now let's get into the how. Let's dive into that SAP article and see what we can learn about the practical side of building and managing this valuable asset, the customer mastering.
Okay, so let's talk SAP.
All right, let's do it.
They're a big deal in the world of enterprise software.
Oh, yeah, they know their stuff.
So what do they have to say about all of this?
Well, their article jumps right into this term,
Okay.
Master Data Management, or MDM. MDM.
That sounds pretty official.
Does sound important.
What is it exactly?
Basically, it's about making sure all of your important business data is accurate, consistent, and accessible across your entire company.
So it's not just customer data.
Nope.
It's everything. Think suppliers, products, locations, even your physical assets.
Wow. So it's like a single source of truth for all of the core entities that a business relies on.
Exactly. Everyone in the company is working from the same playbook, so to speak.
I like that one playbook, everyone's on the same page.
It's essential for efficiency and making good decisions.
So MDM is like the foundation for everything else.
Exactly. If your master data is a mess, it can cause all sorts of problems.
Okay, I'm starting to see how important this is, but how does this relate to the customer master we've been talking about?
Well, the customer master is basically a subset of your overall master data. It's the part that focuses specifically on your customer-related information.
Okay, so all those key fields like names, contact details, purchase history, all that good stuff.
Exactly. It's all part of the customer master.
And MDM helps make sure that data is accurate, consistent, and up to date across all systems.
Right. No more duplicate records, conflicting information, or outdated entries.
So it's about creating that 360-degree view of each customer.
Precisely. Which is essential for personalization, building loyalty, and ultimately driving revenue.
I'm with you. So what are some of the benefits of actually implementing a good MDM strategy?
Well, first of all, it drastically reduces errors and redundancies in your data.
Because everyone's working with the same information.
Exactly. And that leads to better decision making.
You can't analyze what you don't trust, right?
Exactly. Garbage in, garbage out.
Plus, I imagine it helps streamline a lot of your business processes.
Oh, absolutely. No more manual data entry or exporting and importing spreadsheets.
So your team can actually focus on more important things.
Like building relationships with customers.
And we can't forget about compliance.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one these days.
Data privacy is more important than ever.
MDM can help companies make sure they're handling customer data responsibly and meeting all the legal requirements.
So it's about building trust not just with your customers, but with regulators and the public.
Exactly. It's about being a good corporate citizen.
MDM helps with accuracy, efficiency, compliance.
Yep. It's a pretty powerful tool.
Are there any other benefits?
Well, the article also mentions that MDM is really valuable for companies that are going through mergers or acquisitions.
That makes sense. You're suddenly dealing with multiple sets of customer data.
Exactly. And MDM provides a structured approach to combining all of that data into a single unified view of your customer base.
So it's not just about managing data day to day, but also setting yourself up for future growth.
Exactly. It's a long-term investment.
Okay, this is all great, but it sounds like a lot of work.
It can be.
Where does a company even begin with all this?
Well, luckily, there are resources out there to help.
Yeah.
The article from Stybo Systems, which specializes in MDM solutions, has some great best practices.
Okay, let's hear them.
First and foremost, they emphasize the importance of having a clear data governance framework.
Data governance again.
It's crucial. It means establishing clear roles, responsibilities, and processes for how you handle data throughout its entire life cycle.
So it's about setting ground rules for how data is collected, stored, accessed, and protected.
Exactly. It's about treating data with the respect it deserves.
Makes sense. I'm also seeing that Stybo Systems recommends using AI and machine learning to help with some of this.
Oh, yeah. AI and machine learning can be game changers when it comes to data management.
Like having a robot assistant to help you clean up your data.
Pretty much. They can help identify duplicates, clean up inconsistencies, and even predict future trends.
Wow. So they're not just managing data, they're actually analyzing it and extracting valuable insights.
Exactly. That's the power of AI.
Now, they also recommend managing multiple domains of master data within a single instance. What does that mean exactly?
It means instead of having separate systems for customer data, product, data supplier, data, and so on, you have one central platform that brings it all together.
So it's all connected.
Exactly. No more data silos. Everything is integrated.
That makes a lot of sense. And of course, they're big proponents of cloud-based MDM solutions.
Of course, cloud platforms are just so much more scalable, flexible, and affordable.
And you don't have to worry about maintaining your own hardware.
Right. All of that is handled by the cloud provider.
Make things a lot easier.
Penguin.
Finally, Stybo Systems emphasizes the importance of integrating MDM with data governance.
Right. It's about closing the loop. You have the rules of the road, and then you have the system to enforce those rules.
It's like a checks and balances system for your data.
Exactly. It ensures that everything is consistent and compliant.
I like it. So we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
What's the one big takeaway for our listeners?
I think the most important thing to remember is that data is only valuable if you can use it to make better decisions.
So it's not just about collecting data, it's about understanding it and using it to your advantage.
Exactly. Building a customer master, implementing an MDM strategy, it's all about harnessing the power of data to improve your business.
And the good news is there are tools and resources available to help businesses of all sizes do this.
Absolutely. Data-driven decision-making is no longer just for the big guys.
So no matter what kind of business you're running, the power of data is within your reach.
Exactly. It's just a matter of taking that first step.
Well said. This deep dive has been incredibly insightful.
It has been a great discussion.
I think we've all learned a lot about the customer master data management and the importance of treating data as a valuable asset.
I agree.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you found it helpful and maybe even a little bit inspiring.
Until next time.
Keep learning, keep exploring, and keep diving deep.